Hello, Dark Souls PvPers out there, all my Dark Souls players. We are very excited right now with the release trailer, teaser, if you will, of Dark Souls 2. I am very excited. I've been thinking about coming up with a commentary or an expression, if you will, about Dark Souls 2. But as it stands, something very important has just taken place. In the title of this vid, I think I want to make it Dark Souls. No, I want to title it Book of the Guilty, Double Jeopardy. Getting into it, to kind of like talk about it. I kind of want to hit my level's 125. Great Magic Barrier, 2 Power Withins. I'm kind of looking at this guy. I'm casting a miracle, and he goes to hit me immediately. Circling, backstab me. As you can see, he didn't even really get a full circle behind me, but he still was able to do it. Backstab with the gold tracer, not the silver tracer. He attacks me. Combo. I'm kind of just watching him, and I just counter circle him for the backstab with the Hornet Ring and the silver dark tracer. Shout out to this guy for being, in my opinion, a noob. But anyway, Book of the Guilty, Double Jeopardy. Let me first state why I'm making this video. Today, it was brought to my attention a guy by the name of, if I can remember, should be popping up right now, Zach's sixth chin. Over 5,000 indictments. Topping my main man, Unnamed One, I've Gone Hollow, Silver Disciple. I just thought it was mind-boggling. I thought it was terribly funny. Moving along, let's take a look at his data, if we will. Male warrior, and as you can see, he has the headpiece on. The headpiece on his torso, on his arm. He's got a headpiece on every part of his body. Now that is top of the line modding right now. Top of the line. I don't know anything about that. Unlimited Dark Moon Blade. I don't even know how you can do that. As you can see, he's pretty much got like 1,000,000,000 souls. He's level 1, 20 vitality with, I don't know if that's 8 million, no, 800,000 max HP. Man, this is radical. So I don't know, maybe he's invisible. Maybe the people that he invade can't even see him. And it's clear that he modded the indictments itself because he wasn't there yesterday. Moving along. There are several guys that are modding and cheating to have their name etched in the Book of the Guilty by whatever means necessary. I'll be having this shown throughout the rest of the video. Okay. Let me first start by stating the game is not fair, and neither has it ever been. It has never been fair. I'm going to start off with this compare and contrast. Spirits of Vengeances, Griefing, Dark Wraiths, higher levels, the whole shebang of what a lot of people complain about. Griefers. I consider myself Lord of Grief because that's what I am. I am a griefer. Well, at least I was. It's really not all that fun to grief at the moment because There's not a lot of people really like playing the game as hard as they used to back in the day. Like when the game first started, I remember when the game first came out. I remember being able to invade someone and chase this guy for like 7 minutes to kill him. Now, mostly almost everybody would just jump off, kill themselves, just summon phantom after phantom, and you still probably won't even get indicted. Not to complain with the system, but I'm just stating a couple of facts here. It's not the same anymore. Anyways, what is a griefer? A griefer is a person who intentionally caps his level at a relatively low, maybe 50. 50 would be like the max. Preferably, probably level 1. That's what a lot of them do. That way, if you're level 1, you can invade all the way up. It wouldn't matter. And you'd have top-notch gear. As you can see, this guy is an asshole. He's a modder. Um, 2 sets of black flame. His vital is at 20, but he has 1,573. He's just an asshole. It's I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Spirits of Vengeances. These guys are your 200 plus levels, and they're gonna invade down. They're gonna be invading everyone down. If you're level 100, you can probably get to the point where you can invade a level 20, a level 50, depending on their severity of sin. And the Dark Wraiths in general is to just simply invade you, kill you by any means necessary, using the environment, using the terrain, using what you don't know. And that really, the whole system really isn't all that fair. It really isn't in that regard. Oh, you're just a griefer. Oh, you're just a low-level griefer. Oh, you're just a shitty spirit of vengeance with your dark moon blade and your wrath of gods. Oh, you're just a dark wraith. Oh, you're just a higher level. Even when you're invading people to quote-unquote duel, really that whole system is stupid too, because if you're invading someone, he's gonna be a higher level for the most part. Anyways, I kind of want to comment on what I would like in Dark Souls 2 in reference to Dark Souls 1. As you see, we are victims of modding. Like I've said in previous videos, like I said, there's nothing wrong with in-game strategies. You have an in-game strategy, you're a griefer, grief. You're a spirit of vengeance, wreak vengeance. If you're a ganker, gank. But when it gets to a point where we can now mod our indictments, we can now mod our win streaks, kill streaks. We can now mod, just insane amounts of things. Our stamina. I mean, a lot of people already had been complaining about duping the divine blessings, and by all means, I agree. Duping the fucking divine blessings, duping the divine blessings mainly, really, for the most part. I don't really see nothing else that you can dupe that really matters, but um, it's just it kind of takes away from the game. Now, like I said, these modders doesn't really destroy the foundation, the fabric of the Soul series. By all means, I want to make that clear. These people can never destroy the franchise or destroy the fabric of it, because it could always be fixed. But I just wished that it kind of was a little more, I wouldn't say watched or controlled, but as you can see, these are my stats. I kind of want to say, if it was just, if there were safeguards, firewalls, if you will. Not so much if your stats don't meet the requirements, but if there was just maybe just a couple administrators, watching. I don't know. I really don't know which way they could do it. Because I know you can't really make any game mod safe, especially for the Xbox. But if there was just like if you if they had safeguards, like if your health was too high on new game, then your whole world would get cursed. uh if you had so many divine blessings in your possession, then your world would get cursed. Then the NPCs would not sell to you. You know, like some type of you would need some kind of repercussion for modding. I wish that they would just implement that. It wouldn't be difficult to do that, and that way they wouldn't have to worry about putting administrators and people watching and flagging them and things like that. It really wouldn't matter because some people could get flagged and they're not modding. A person could just think that they're modding and they just flag them and then they'll have to, suffer by being innocent. So we don't really want a police honor brigade type of system. What we want, we just want safeguards. We want sprinkler systems. If the smokes hit that sprinkler system, whether it's on purpose or whether it's on mistake, you know, it sprinkles and waters everything down just in case. And that way, they wouldn't want to do it. If every enemy had max everything, where the enemies had like 9,000 HP, they inflicted 9,000 damage if you did something wrong. If you had modded things. And I don't think that would be so hard to implement that in the game. I think that would be very easy to do that because they already know the possible number of divine blessings that you can get in one game. Now, the only thing that I see that could be bad about it is if someone was to drop 99 divine blessings and you pick it up and you didn't know that he dropped that. So, and then your world would get cursed. So, in other words, that would kind of like do away with the trade system, you know. And how do you and then how would you have a reverse mechanism? I don't know. But that's just thought. I'm very excited about Dark Souls 2. Uh, I hope everyone else is, because I know I am. Um, as a last note, as a conclusion, a lot of people been talking about, oh yeah, Dark Souls being over accessible. Number one, that's not a statement any of them ever made. There is no such thing as over accessibility in any game. It doesn't exist. Um, the term, I guess, at that point would be watered down. But more accessible. I think what they mean by more accessible is being very straightforward into what the mechanics are and what these items do. Because it took a long time to find out the benefits of humanity. It took a long time to find out, exactly what the souvenirs of reprisal did. It took a long time for us to find out that the pendant did absolutely nothing, even though it was recommended that we start off with it. Which I know why he recommended that. He recommended that because he wanted us to be a part of the story. He wanted us to really learn the story because the story is really good. These new directors are going to continue making really good stories, but he's going to make it more straightforward. Whereas you don't have to play it 20 times, where you don't have to go outsource information from, your YouTube partners and etc. by getting information from a game that they created. I think he's just centralizing the franchise. I think he's creating a higher concentration of the game where you would just only have to rely on the game, no one else. Or that way, everything would just simply be discussion, where a person wouldn't have to take all of the categories in the game and catalog it themselves. The game would already catalog it. So I sent this guy a message. You mad, bro? So clearly, if a guy takes it upon himself to find a way to mod his indictments, I would just